All right, welcome in everybody. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. A little short live tonight. Appreciate you guys being here on this Tuesday. Hello, Lemon J, Mike, ABC. I'm not waving. Now I'm waving. Something was my phone. Hello, Janine. Good to see everybody. Ardell, you made it tonight. Late, guys, on Tuesday. My work is busy. That's a good thing. Tuesdays are just hard to get video in, but I am here now. Appreciate you guys being here. We're going to talk about the Epstein files a little bit. Good evening, Kathy Spears. As we heard, there was release of the files finally. Not much we don't know. 33,295 pages. But I was watching Peter Doocy from Fox asking Trump about something was definitely thrown out of the, what's wrong with my phone? The window of the White House. And I'm going to explain, was it true? What sources, what people seen it? Or was it AI generated? And what Trump said briefly to Peter Doocy, who asked the question. Hello, everybody, and welcome in for this Tuesday. Hello, Kai Rock. Thank you for being here. Did help out the homeless. We're going to cover that. Sad, guys, really sad what's happening with homeless. There's more people homeless. I reported there was less, now there's more. Trump is, I've spoken to a couple representatives. I'm hoping that it is a big deal, it's not a big deal. I'm hoping to meet with some of the Trump representatives shortly discussing homeless. I'm upset a little bit. I'm not in a good mood. Sorry, guys. I called Trump out. I'm going to call him out. I'm going to call Trump out, and I have that right to do it. I'm hearing all kinds of stories. I want more help. And Trump's my president. He's doing a lot of good things. He's doing a lot of great things. But on this, I need more movement. And maybe I'm asking for a lot. That's up to you guys. I just upset because these people are touching me hard. And I don't care who the hell the president is. It could be me. We got to help out these homeless people. And I want more help, more researchers. So hopefully we can get there and help them out. Kathy, thank you so much for gifting the 5 membership. Appreciate that very, very much. Thank you so much. Congratulations to those who were selected. And make sure if you get a chance to say thank you to Kathy. We appreciate the new members. Thank you very much. And by the way, the memberships do help out the homeless. Speaking of helping out the homeless, thank you so much, Kathy. Yeah, I'm a little upset. Maribel actually agrees with me a little bit. She loves Trump. I love Trump. I still love Trump. I don't want everybody to think I don't, but I'm upset because I'm hearing from the governor and people here in Vegas that Trump's not moving quick enough on helping the homeless that he is trying to implement. I mean, he's only doing so much. Maybe I'm hard on him, guys. Maybe it's me. Call me out. I don't care. But I'm going to call myself out. We need them. We need the funding here. We need to get these people into a shelter. We need doctors, psychiatrists, like he said. He ran this on his campaign. And I know, guys. I know. Give it to me. Give it to me. Sal, he's done so much stuff. I get it. But it's touching me because we help out the homeless. And I want to see them get these people in a safer location. And it's not happening. There's so many out there very desperate. But let's talk about the window. I'm going on and on about the homeless. I apologize, guys, because I see more and more. The couple today that you've seen in the video, and we're going to move on, guys. The couple today that you see me help, it's only their second week out there. And they lost everything. And they just can't afford it. Part of it is, what's going on in Las Vegas. A lot of the rent escalating. And a lot of problems that's happening here, chasing small business away. They were a small business owner. I believe them. I know everybody likes to exaggerate a little bit. All of us, it's human nature, but I believe 90% of them. And it's hard for them to make it. And they're in their 60s and they're homeless. And so many others like that. That's why I'm taking this very personal. And yes, the previous administration didn't do shit. All these presidents. And I know Trump is trying more than everyone. And maybe I'm being hard, but I want more help. And get the funding here. Anyhow, that's where we are with the homeless. I'm going to continue to help them out, and I'm going to try to get these people. If I have to, do it myself, I'm going to get these people in an apartment. Me and Maribel. It's just so sad to see these people a week or two on the streets, and that's that. Okay, let's move on. So now, in other news, you see my thumbnail and our title today, and there was an object or something that fake news AI generated, and Trump commented on what the hell's going on with this AI. A lot of stuff is AI is good. Something thrown out of the window of the White House. And Trump was like caught off guard. Peter Doocy. He's a great reporter. Everybody knows who Peter Doocy is. He's very good. And Trump says, let me see it. So he grabbed Peter Doocy's phone. You imagine Trump touching your phone? Whoa, that's amazing, right? And Trump says, well, first of all, it's funny. He said, because those windows weigh 600 pounds and they're bulletproof. It happened on the 15th Street side of the White House. The 15th Street side of the White House. Object was seen thrown out. People called in. 911, can I help you? And Trump says, not true. It's AI generated. I'm not happy about this. And don't be fear. There was nobody throwing anything out of the window. Let me just say this. It did not say that Trump was throwing it out or Melania. It was just somebody was thrown out of the White House. Did you guys see it? Trump responded very quick. And by the way, Trump is alive. He's alive. He's talking just like he does. Maybe a little calmer today. All the hoax that Trump was deceased. He's fine. He explained what he was doing. Everything's good, and he got off that subject. But anyhow, so that's what's going on. So you can't even open these windows, guys. They're 600 pounds. But the AI, man, it was pretty damn good because I had to look at it. And if you look at it, if I showed you guys 3 videos of it or 3 photos, I guarantee you would pick, one was real. They were all AI generated, guys. It's crazy. But yeah, Trump says no. There's no way. These windows are heavy. He goes, I even like, Trump. You gotta love him. I want to even open up the window. I want to get some fresh air. He goes, you can't open them. So it's not true. AI generated, according to Trump, and I believe him on that. And nothing was thrown out, but the social media platform and AI. Yeah, I'm going to tell you something about AI, guys. Let's stay on AI just for a second, if we could. A lot of it's good, but a lot of it's not good. I mean, it's amazing how they can generate something like that. And, I'm afraid of all these cyber attacks and what they can do with these AI. But so for everybody who bought into this, that's something. Actually, they said it was it was a big bag. Yeah, sorry about it, guys. It was what was thrown out of the window. It was a big bag that was witnessed by people on social media. I don't believe it was anybody on land who said, whoa. And Peter Doocy even said, hey, I got to ask you this. Was anything thrown out of the window on the 15th Street side? And Trump got Peter Doocy's phone. If you're just coming in, grab the phone. Let me see it. He looked a few times. And he says probably AI generated. So that's what we're talking about now. We're going to get into the Epstein files in a second. But let me just welcome Bruce. How are you, Bruce? Yeah, is it over, Jordan? Thank you. Doing well, guys. Appreciate you guys being here on this Tuesday. Hopefully everybody had a great Labor Day. And you enjoyed it. And we discussed a lot of things over Trump. That's okay, Jordan. You just made my night, my friend. I was hoping you're a troll. I don't think you are. Welcome in, Jordan. Hey, but for 59 in a week, Jordan, not bad, right? Hey, Beverly Shields, welcome in. Appreciate you. Well, we're talking about. We're going to talk about the Epstein files a little bit, but there was a Peter Doocy, a reporter from Fox. I think he's a good reporter. He's kind of funny. There was a lot going on over the weekend, over the last couple of days. Trump maybe passing away, not and ill. We were covering that a little bit. Was not true because Trump came out today. We knew it wasn't true because there was photos of him golfing. But there was another rumor or video that went on social media showing that that there was something on the 15th Street of the White House window thrown out. And the object appeared to be a bag. But after multiple calls into 911, and it even got to social media, and Peter Doocy out of Fox says, hey, Trump, since I'm here, do you mind me asking you a question? Is it true? Trump goes, what's true? Was there anything, an object, in this case, a bag thrown out of the window? Trump goes, it's funny. I was talking about this with my wife over the weekend. I'd like to get some fresh air. and he was joking. You can't open the window. They are bulletproof, of course. They weigh about 600 pounds. It was an AI generated. Well, what Trump says, we don't know for sure, but Trump says it looked like to him, with the naked eye, that it was all AI generated. And he says, he goes on to say, we're going a long way with AI, but at the same time, AI is doing a lot of weird stuff. I'm wondering if they can find out who did this. I'm asking you guys, you think there'll be some charges from he or she? You think there'll be some charges? They'll track the person down. A lot of copycatters, but they'll track down the person. If it was AI, they'll track that person down. They might get a fine. They might get some kind of a fine on this. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Hey, Chicken Nugget, what's going on? Now we're going to get into the Epstein files a little bit. I don't understand your comment, CCC. Well, welcome in. What many holidays? We had one holiday. Amen, Beverly. Amen. Me too. Hey, thank you, Palon. Appreciate you. Thank you. I knew that was going to come there. I knew somebody was going to talk about Hunter Biden with that. I don't know why, but I knew it. I can't say it on here, but I knew somebody was going to say that about Hunter Biden throwing out some, we'll call it dust on here, powder. Kyrock, first of all, welcome in. If I didn't say welcome in already. Yeah, they do. I think they need to be charged because they're going to find out who this person was. And we're going to get into Jeffrey Epstein. I mean, guys, there's 33,295 pages. And you know how long it's going to take to read them? And Trump says, I quote, this is from Donald Trump, our 48th president, one of the best presidents in our lifetime, says that the reason why this is taking so long, and by the way, this is also from the previous administration as well. So there is something both administrations agreed on, and they said that the reason I'm just reporting the news, guys. I'm not agreeing with this. They said the reason why the Epstein files weren't out before and all these pages because they're protecting the victims. I believe part of it. So they're protecting the victims. These young ladies who are 14 years old at the time and 12 years old now. They're young ladies. They're protecting their names, their family names. I believe that, but we're talking over 20 some years. So, both administrations are saying this. Trump, Biden administration, Clinton, they're all saying that. Look, you guys want to hear my opinion, what the hell I think right now in the mood I'm in. I told you this before. It's my opinion. I don't believe, not because I'm a Trump supporter, I just called him out in the homeless. I would say there's a 0% chance that Trump had anything to do with Jeffrey Epstein and these young ladies. Period. Was he friends with them? Yeah, maybe he was okay knowing them a little bit. And I also go a little farther. I don't think Bill Clinton might have been buddy with him and did some things, but I don't think he was also doing anything. So, Gigo, I appreciate that, Gigo. Thank you so much for that donation. Thank you. Super brave victims talking about Epstein tomorrow. Thank you. Yeah, I heard that. Thank you first of all, thank you for that comment. Thank you for the donation. Yeah, we'll see what the victims have to say. What did I just do here? Uh-oh, did I time you out by accident, Gigo? I'm sorry. Did I? Oh, no. Okay. Hey, Neil, how are you? I'm going to read some comments in a little bit. Look, I'm just going to give it to you. I said I don't think Trump was involved at all. I think Trump and Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton socialized with this piece of crap, not knowing what he was doing. Now, Bill Clinton might have knew what was going on. He might be guilty of that. But I believe in my heart there's no evidence of either president, former President Clinton, I'll even go farther, Biden or Trump were over there in the Epstein Island. Now, but I don't believe that they were covering this up, excuse me, because of the victims. Sorry. You guys can give it to me and yell at me. I don't believe that's all of it. I mean, I understand they're covering up the victims, but they could still come out and say, we got this person, we got that person, we can black out the young ladies. Speaking of AI, they can cover them up, right? They can block them out, right? They don't have to discuss the victims. Now, like Geeko said, they are going to come out. Geeko, I think it was 10 of them. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe I heard 10 of these victims who were molested in some shape of some kind. We'll leave it at that for YouTube. We'll see what they say, but I think there was 10. Yeah, I heard 10 as well. Yeah. We'll see. That'll be based on you guys. Everybody's going to look at these young ladies and say, yes, it was true. Yes, it was true. Number 2, 3, 4, 5 maybe made it up. 6 maybe made it up. I'm just saying, guys, it's all true. And then, based on that, we might get a little bit better feeling. But these 33,295 pages and then protecting the victims. Yes, Trump, I agree. Yes, Biden administration, I agree. But don't tell me 20-some years you couldn't block out the victim's name and just give us the facts. Look, guys, you want to hear the truth? Government has lied to us, Democrats and Republicans. I'm going to be honest, for many, many years. We all remember being young and eardropping on our parents. Some were Republican, some were Democrat like mine, some were both sides. They discussed politics, not like now. We heard don't ever trust the government. Look, you know it. I know it. There's big names on there. I just told you that these presidents not on there. I'm not saying that to rule them out. There's no proof. But you know and I know that there's Republican men and maybe women on both sides, some that knew, at least knew what the hell was going on there. I'm not saying they actually could have done something, but they probably knew of somebody, a relative, friend, or even maybe them themselves, without mentioning any names. Come on, let's be honest. Why aren't any stations afraid to say it? It's true. Because why else wouldn't they put this out there? Oh, well, Sal, you just said it, they're protecting the victims. Bullshit. That's not true. So, I'm not in a good mood. I hate this because you know what? I like to look at this stuff, guys. Now, Trump is a great president. And I told you before my thoughts on why. He probably knows some stuff too. He's got to be careful. But here's the deal. These were young ladies, and this could have been your daughter, your granddaughter, your sister. Whether they're young men or young women, we see it in the Catholic. I'm Catholic. We see priests do it. We've seen them do it a lot in the 70s and 80s. Am I disappointed? Was I disappointed at the Catholic religion? A little bit. And I think they need to be called out. But if we don't put an example, if we don't set an example with these profiles, it's Diddy and these Epstein files, we don't come to a conclusion and call these people accountable for what they did, then, ladies and gentlemen, we're never going to know. Our kids, our nieces, nephews, and grandkids, they're going to be older and continue to go through this. So I think they got to stop the cover-up of these people who possibly know who these people were. Stop covering up, whether they're athletes, senators, governors, movie stars, or whoever. We need to know. Now, all of a sudden, 33,295 pages, it's going to take forever to read all these pages. And that's where we're at on the Epstein file. Now, if you're just coming in, you see my thumbnail and my title. AI generated, according to Trump. A big bag was thrown out of the White House, and conspiracy things were all over the internet. What was it? Was Trump really sick? Was he throwing a bag of medicine out? You know, all kinds of crap, right? Who was it? Who was throwing the stuff out? Was it a janitor? You know, and windows don't open up. So a 600-pound window, bulletproof. Not even the president of the United States or anybody could lift that window up. They're meant to stay sealed. And Trump was joking. He said over the weekend he even thought about, hey, would it be nice to open up one of these windows, get some fresh air? So anyhow, that's up to you guys to decide. Was it AI in the chat? Yes or no? Yes or no? Let me see if I can bring up the window here. Let's see if I can bring it up. Let's see here. Let me get it away. I think this is it right here. So, you know. Bulletproof. They're bulletproof. There's no way. No way. There's no way in hell it was AI generated, like Trump says. And I think we're going a little too far with AI. I knew that, and there's going to be worse things happening in the future with this AI. It's amazing what they can do. I mean, they can actually, you know, clone our videos, clone our faces, clone our bodies, make objects up to make them look like they're actually happening. I mean, I looked at we all scroll at night when we can't sleep, right? Some great, amazing shorts. You look at some of these tidal waves, tsunamis, and man, I look at it. It was like in Japan. Oh, that's really weird. Then I looked at it again. It said breaking news yesterday. I didn't hear anything like that. And it showed a wave and it showed people. And then I looked again. I said, oh, that's AI. I mean, I don't know. What do you think? Are we going too far? Yes or no? Are we going too far with AI? Here in Las Vegas and Clark County, the DMV and veterans, some people might not get veterans pay, and the DMV system was hacked and cloned, cyber attack. We heard about casinos. I'm a little worried about how fast we go with AI. It's crazy. I'm glad Peter Doocy asked that question, because I know Peter Doocy knew that it probably didn't happen, but he wanted to hear it from Trump. And Trump answered it. And Trump looked at Peter Doocy's phone. If you're just coming in, I've talked about this. Trump looked at the phone, Peter Doocy's phone, and then afterwards, Peter Doocy said he was getting all these text messages from relatives and stuff. Hey, Trump was actually grabbing your phone. Trump wanted to see it. It was the first that he's seen it. I'm sure Trump heard. He looked like he was shocked, but he wanted to actually see it. And he said, now this is Trump. You guys can say yes or no, but it was definitely AI generated from Trump. So, all right, I'm going to read some comments here. Welcome, everybody. Appreciate you guys being here on Tuesday. Hope everybody had a great Labor Day. A lot of hoax with Donald Trump not doing well, and we talked about that a couple times, and now objects thrown out of the window. Epstein files, yep. No, Trump is alive. Welcome in, Dan. What's up, Robert from Canada? Person 2. How are you? How are you? Turtle, how are you? Hey, Little Dave, 1964. Another one from Canada. We got Canada in the house. Hey, speaking of which, real quick, Canadians, is it true that the two that I see from Canada, real quick, if you want, are gaming revenues down in Las Vegas? I heard from a representative today, Canadians don't want to come to Las Vegas. Is that true? They just stopped the game. They don't want to come to Vegas. They're going everywhere. And if so, briefly, if you feel confident, what is the reason? That the question is, Canadians aren't coming to Vegas as much. Diddy is innocent. It is true. Yeah, I'm going to talk about that tomorrow's live, not tonight. I have a good live tomorrow, guys. It's on Vegas, how it's destroyed right now. Guys, keep an eye on it, because Vegas, where I live, whoop, and now, sneak peek, it's because of, the biggest reason now is because of Canada and Mexico. Whoa, you don't want to miss this. I love Trump. Mano, how are you? Me too. But I'll call them out a little bit tonight in the beginning, guys. Sorry I'm a little hard on the Trump. But just to show you, for all my MAGA out there who say, man, why does Sal, I'm Trump. But I got to tell you, I'm a little aggravated because I'm hearing from the government here that Trump's not trying hard enough. He's a Republican governor and senator and some of the Democrats that it's not all our fault. It's Trump. He's trying, they're saying, but he's not giving the funds here fast enough. So I'm just a little upset because I'm helping these people out, and I see new people that are homeless. We help out the homeless on this channel, and it hurts me that they're not getting help. And I know a lot of people say, well, it's out of Trump's hands. It's your government, your state, and it is true. And, but Trump did say that he was going to help and get on top of the homeless, and he is trying in Washington, and he has made some calls elsewhere. Hopefully he will help out Las Vegas. I think he will. Anthony Chase, welcome back in here. I know you are Newsom, but we welcome you in here. Yeah, Kyrock, it's, I keep saying I'm going to do a video. I tell you what, I promise you guys, thank you for who said I love your, I appreciate it. I promise you guys, I will go on the strip one night. I know I keep saying it. I will take a drive or walk on the strip and show you how bad, how bad. I'm making like it's destroyed. I'm calling myself out. But it's not where it was. It's not like the COVID years. But Vegas, I'm telling you, we can all walk through a Caesar's Palace right now, Venetian Palazzo. I'm not making this up. I'm seeing $10 blackjack games. I'm seeing 2 people on a row of slot machines. Okay? Now, it's a lot of stuff that we're going to talk about tomorrow. Part of it, I gave you a sneak peek. It has to do with the Canadians, Mexico, like big money Mexicans not coming here as much. And also Macau, and much, much more. We talked about it before. We're going to talk about it again tomorrow, about Vegas. So if you're from Vegas, you don't want to miss that. And maybe, just maybe, I'll cover it from the strip. We'll see how I feel. Maybe I'll walk the strip. We'll see. I'm not sure how the internet is. We'll see. It'll be kind of cool to show you Vegas, and a lot of you who haven't been here, you get to see the lights and all that stuff. About going into casinos, I don't know. A lot of them don't like the cameras, the filming in there, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see. They would have to throw me out anyhow. Yeah, I seen that comment a couple times there, James. And I don't mind it, James. But when you repeatedly say it over and over, YouTube will have no choice. And I mean, if you're enjoying the content, I'm sure you don't want to have to be timed out. So be careful when you guys put it in multiple times on there. Hey, Mike. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate that. Yeah, there it is again. So, guys, you only have to say, I don't know why I'm wasting my time. But listen, if you're serious about enjoying not just our live, any live, if you're enjoying it and you say it like 4 times, I think most people are going to get it the first time. If not the first time, the second time. So, bro, 200, what's going on? Release the files. They're released today. 33,295 to be exact. According to Moses, thank you. 914, appreciate you. Isaac, how are you? Great name, by the way. Trump did not have a mini stroke. No. Trump's just fine. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not calling out that subscriber. A lot of people are listen, Trump has been perfect, almost perfect health. You see him like himself. He was talking today. A lot of presidents take this time during Labor Day. He was there was no events scheduled. Trump is fine. No stroke, nothing. He's a little overweight, had some ham swollen. That's the end with the Trump situation. He's fine. He's fine on that. But I understand how people get confused because there's a lot of content out there that just over-exaggerate a little bit, right? And sometimes they're not over exaggerating, they just don't know the truth. I will, Mike. Yeah, I didn't win. I didn't win. Well, we know you didn't win, Sal. You're alive. No, I didn't win the lottery. I think I had one number. Yeah. Now, if you're just coming in, hello, Crystal. I seen Crystal in here. We're going over the Epstein files, but my topic started off with the object getting thrown out of the window, which was apparently a big bag on the 15th Street on 15th Street side of the Washington of the White House. And Peter Ducey from Fox says, "Hey, Trump." Well, he didn't say, "Hey." That's me. Trump, was that true? Was reports, and he goes, "Can I see your phone?" Peter says, "Yeah, you want to see my phone?" He goes, "This is AI. We have 600-pound windows. They're locked up, bulletproof. Did not happen." So, you guys, you can. Let me ask the chat. Do you think it was possible? You think they're covering that up? Do you? I'm being honest. I'm not joking. Do you think one of the windows they forgot to make it bulletproof? Is that possible? And something was thrown out, and it wasn't AI? Yes or no? You think it was possible? Could have been possible that one window could have been. I mean, yeah, I would say no. I would say no. They would not let that happen. Not only Trump as the president, but any presidents. Biden, anybody. Mistakes happen. Mistakes happen because we've seen the assassination attempt on Trump, right? Mistakes happen, but not bulletproof in a window or something like that, no. Can't happen. False. William says U.S. is screwed. Hello, William. Appreciate your comment. William says anything's possible. One of my loyal subscribers who watches this channel, Aaron, just called me out. Aaron, I still love you. Aaron called me out. He watches our channel. He says, "Sal, you're hard on Trump." I like it. He's being honest. That's why I love him. He's a Republican. So I'm being hard on Trump with the homeless. He goes, we're not done yet with the homeless. By the way, why is he calling me out? He says I was hard on Trump in the beginning. Calling Trump out. He's not doing enough for the homeless. Call me out. That's good. All right, let's continue on here. Thank you, Crystal. Appreciate that. Hey, I appreciate you guys being here. I know I'm late, but like I was telling one of my loyal subscribers earlier, without mentioning any names, communicating with them by text, I work very late on Tuesdays and occasionally on Wednesdays, and I'm busy. That's a good thing. And work is first, and family, wife and family second, and, myself. And then when I have the opportunity, I try to go live every day. But sometimes, guys, I'm just a little exhausted. But today, I'm okay. Let's see here. 30,000 or 33,295 files. We talked about that a little earlier. Yep. Now, there is an article that my wife sent me yesterday. She wanted me to talk about it, and I did not. So we're going to go over it tomorrow, and it's about Las Vegas, and it's pretty much could be the last chapter in gambling, and how, trust me, guys, you don't have to believe me, but gambling, it might be over for a while. Not casinos. They're smart. They're gonna go in another direction. You're gonna start seeing less and less blackjack tables, ladies and gentlemen, less machines. We're going in a whole nother direction. Sneak peek to tomorrow, and we're also going to talk about more of the homeless and how these people need more help. And I think Republican governors, Democrat governors, forget Gavin Newsom because he's a piece of crap, piece of shit. But they all need to step up and take the funding. And Trump and administration needs to help out more, and we need to get funding to help out these homeless people, but not just, get them into a facility. We need these doctors. We need psychiatrists. We need nutritionists. We need these people. I would do it for free. And we need to help these homeless people and get those who really want it. Not all of them want it right now. I believe everybody wants it, and try to get those people who are gamblers here in Vegas, who had addiction, to get them back to their other places with the professional help. Those who have addiction with drinking, Drug. There's a new drug out today, but I'm not sure if I can talk about it on YouTube because of the guidelines. So I have to look into it. But there's something out there that's actually way worse. Can you believe it? Way worse than fentanyl. But I can't. You guys know what it is. So it's out there, and it's not good, guys. And these people are all ages. My age, older than me, younger than me. It could be your grandmom out there, your wife, or you're getting addicted, and it's a shame. We got to do more to help out because I am seeing an increase of homelessness in Las Vegas. Many people are coming from California to Vegas. They get here, they get trapped here, and they lose their money or they get addictions. They go through a divorce, they lose a child. Others just can't make it because of the rent and the greediness, because this is part of a combination also carried over from the previous administration. So much all into play. And people are choosing with their Social Security and veterans pay. Do they go ahead and pay for the rent? Or do they go ahead and live in a tent and use that money to eat, right? Some of them benefit from SNAP benefits, others don't. So it's a whole combination. And then there's just people out there who are suffering from a mental illness. And we need to do some research and treat them. And hopefully Trump will stick to his word on what he's promised and helping and relocating the homeless people and getting them better help with the local government on both sides of the party, Democrat, Republican. So person two. Yeah, I agree, person two. I agree with you on that. Right now, I agree. I do agree. Hey, Scratching with Cooper, how are you? Good to see you. Thank you, Jack. Somebody said I was balding, so I put this hat on. Now, I wanted to show that I still love Trump. You look insane, dude. Oh, thank you very much. Hey, thank you, Cooper. Appreciate it. I gave that up in the 80s, what you just put in there. I gave that up. Did it a few times and gave it up. You skipped me, fake tan guy. You're funny. What's up, Don Smith? Rush Babe, what's happening, Rush Babe? Good to see you. No, Mark, it's actually made in Italy. Matthew, thank you for your comment, Matthew. No, he's not sick. We have Mike M here. Crystal's in the house. Lemon J, Janine. They're all here, and they're enjoying the content the best they can. Guys, don't get wrapped up on all the little people, if you know what I mean. Everybody has their opinion, but most importantly, I want everybody to enjoy the content, not just to worry about, oh my God, did I time that out? Did I get that person? They can say whatever they want about me. I don't want them calling out the moderators, number two, or anybody else on here. Whether it's calling them out, but being really evil on it. But yeah, enjoy the content. But yeah, they're here. They're all here. Pale, how are you, Pale Rider? They replaced Trump as a double. That's funny. Thank you, Lemon J. Thank you, Lemon J. 55. Appreciate it. All right. Reading your comments. Christy, thank you. Hey, thank you for that floating heart. Scratching with Cooper. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Yeah. A lot of people come on here because they just don't like Trump, and that's fine. I mean that. But then there's people on there who don't care about Trump, don't care about Democrats, don't care about whatever, and they're just lonely people, and I pray for them. But they disrupt the chat, so that's why we try to give a warning. But when they do it a second or a third time, you have to put them on a little bit of a timeout, right? But I have no problem with disagreeing with me. I was just called out by a conservative friend who watches the channel saying I was hard on Trump. And I think that's the way it should be. There's no hard feelings on my end. Maybe I am hard on Trump, but that's just my opinion. Doesn't mean he's not my president. Yeah, there it is. So that's the name right there. Little Dave 1964. Hey, Little Dave, thank you so much because you can type it in. I'm not sure I can talk about it right now. And I don't want, so anyhow, hey, Little Dave 1964. Everybody can read. Reason he put that in there, or that person put that on there, is because they just came out today that this is more dangerous than fentanyl. So thank you, Little Dave. Little Dave 1964. Thank you for putting that and typing that in there. I appreciate that. Yeah. Now, if I am missing some of the comments, guys, never take it personal. That goes for all of you. The messages come quick, and we had a lot in here yesterday, and we have a little bit in here today, and I can't read every message, so never take it personal. Oh, you like my haircut? Hey, hold on. You can even mess it up a little bit. Look at that. See that? Yeah. So if you're just coming in, we're talking about a couple things here this evening on this live. Hello, I'm Sal. If you're new, like and subscribe only if you like the content. Be free to let us, if you feel comfortable, let us know if you're new and where you're coming in at. We appreciate it. And we are discussing the object, which apparently a bag that was thrown out of the White House. We cover that, but I'll cover it one last time. It was according to Trump, it was AI generated, and I believe him. And we're also covering the Epstein files. Over and over we've been covering, but today was released over 33,295 pages. And I gave you my opinion on Clinton and Trump, but I do call out both sides in the government. I believe for 20 some years, now all of a sudden these names are coming out. Both sides have lied to us, and that's where we're at. And that's where we're at. Now, according to Trump, actually according to Trump and the Biden administration, this is the first time I think they agree on the same thing. According to all the government and Trump, they're protecting the minors and the victims. And I believe that. I do. But what I disagree is they don't have to. So I've talked to a couple attorneys. This was sex trafficking, horrific acts that I won't even talk about. And if it was your child or granddaughter or niece, whether you're a young man or woman, because it happens to men too, they could have covered it and not put the victims in there. You know that, and I know that. It's bullshit. So give us another reason. Tell us the truth that you're scared because of possible both sides. Democrats, senators, maybe. Republican senators, maybe. Governors, mayors. You're protecting both sides. Or if they didn't do anything, let's say they didn't do anything. Let's just say for a conversation that, first of all, I have a hard time believing that nobody's involved. But let's just say that they weren't. You're telling me they didn't know of somebody, being involved, a friend of theirs in politics, running mate, anybody, any male or female, is bullshit. You know that, I know that. Let's be honest on here. Let's just speak the truth. And they're afraid to expose it. And then it came out on both sides. The Democrats never talked about it. Republicans talked about it. Trump fumbled the ball once. I talked about it a million times. And then Pam Bondi fumbled it. Then they're going to come out with it. And then Ghislaine Maxwell talks, rules out Trump and Clinton, which I agree, under oath. And now all of a sudden, all these pages are coming out on this Tuesday, 33,295 pages. And you know how long it's going to take? And it's just going to go on and on and on. It's a shame for the victims. And but tomorrow, we should know the 10 victims are going to be speaking and giving their what happened. And I'm sure they'll have their lawyers for protection The question will, one of them, let me ask the chat, is it possible? Because we all know the victims got to be very careful. The lawyers got to protect the families. Because let's just say, when you're dealing with the government, okay, because somebody asked me the other day, hey, Sal, is the government worse than the mob? Let me just look into the camera. Hell yeah, 100%. So the victims got to be very careful on what they say. So, but I'm wondering, will this be one victim out there that says, I don't give a shit. It was her, it was him. Meaning Epstein, excuse me, and Ghislaine. Also, it was blank blank. I know it. I have proof. Yes or no? Do you think one of the victims, I asked the question, tomorrow will come out, one of these young ladies who was 14 at the time or 12, who's now 34 years old, 33 years old, who just doesn't hold back, tells their mom, tells their dad, tells their relatives and their lawyer, go after yourself. I'm letting loose. I don't care. Maybe. Just maybe. Just maybe. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Because tomorrow they're going to be talking. And then, on the flip side, I'm just saying, there could be one of the young ladies, or two, or none, who could over-exaggerate and say it did happen, but it wasn't from that person, or nothing happened, right? So, you got to remember, guys, 25 years went by. That's the Clinton administration, Barack Obama administration, a Biden committee, and the Trump administration. And Trump before. That's a lot of administrations. That's a lot of time for people to... And there's some young ladies who are blocking this out. You imagine? All right. I'm a personal trainer. Sal, I got something to say. Go ahead, Cooper. Amen, James. Yeah. Those files got burned with Epstein, somebody said in the chat. Maybe. Hey, Laughs, how are you? Hear me out, please. Thank you, Crystal. Trump's not making America great again. He is. That he is doing. That he is doing. A lot of people don't think he is, or because they're in denial. Trump Tuesday. I like that, actually. You know what? I like that. Laughs, I like that. Trump Tuesday. Hold on. For future. Hold on, guys. I don't really like Trump anymore. And you know that, but I will never say that Trump needs to die. Oh, yeah, I hear you, Scratch with Cooper. Thank you for saying that. No, my mom either. But you gotta understand, there's people out there just disturbed. What was that again? Oh, Trump Tuesday. Laughs, I got a lot on my plate. If I don't write it down, Laughs, I could forget. I'm getting old too. I like it though. A lot. All right. Yeah, no problem. Scratching with Cooper. You're a professional. Let's see here. Scott Smith. Hey, Scott. First of all, Scott, how you doing? Sal, how did you hear about... Sal, did you hear about the U.S. bombing? Oh, yeah, I did. I did hear about that. I was going to talk about that, too. That happened in Panama. You know that, right? So, we're going to keep an eye on that with Venezuela and United States. And we'll see how what happens. But I did hear about that. Yes, thank you for bringing it up. Hey, Greg, how are you? Andrew, how are you? Sound has fell off. I have said but I guess I wasn't seen. Laughing out loud. Bahia, anyway. Yeah. Venezuela. Yeah, absolutely. Rush. A rush, babe. Absolutely. Yeah. That's a bad situation right now in Venezuela. Has anybody ever been to Venezuela? I have not. Has anybody been to Venezuela lately or been there ever? You know, a lot of people hate United States. Um, but you imagine living in Venezuela or Cuba. Um, so for the people who say I don't want to be here because of Trump or any other presidents, try going in some of these other countries. Oh, I love that, Scratch McCooper. Yeah. LGBT for Trump. The government is worse. Oh yeah, by far the worst than the mafia. Inmates in prison. At least they have a code. People like Obama are. Yeah, so well said. Great comment there. Great comment. Yeah, the government is. I never trust them. And I still think that at least Trump is on top of it. When I say on top of it, 40%, I don't mean on top of his ratings. So don't stop put words in my mouth. But at least he tries to, knock down the government. But it's hard for him. They try to take his life in Butler. So he's got to be careful too, guys. You know? Juan, how are you? Hey, I appreciate you guys being in here. Be free to give your comment and disagree with me or anybody else. Anybody else. But just, be respectful. Thank you. What's up, New Zealand? Absolutely, Lemon J. Milkman. Got the milkman in here. Bring me some almond milk. How are you? Yeah, I seen that. China don't have school shootings. I seen it. You put it in there once or twice. Am I in Green Bay? No. Can't you see the Eagles? Normal Ron, what's going on? Thank you. Thank you, scratching with Cooper. Speaking of scratching, I scratched my lottery ticket. Got only one number. I hear you, Kyrock. Go Birds, go Eagles. Thursday night, 5 o'clock against the Cowboys. Whiskey Tango. Bada boom, bada bing. Thank you so much, guys, for the donations on here. It definitely helps me and Maribel out a whole lot, helping the homeless. God loves you right back, Sean. Thank you. Thank you, Sean. Did I miss something else? Oh, I'm making sense now, Eagles fan. See that? See how things can change? Just when I was going to go off that live because of that MAGA hat. You're an Eagles fan, see? There you go. I'm only kidding. That's it, Milkman. That is hair. Yeah, absolutely hair. 100%. Tanner, I hear you. Go Eagles. Laughs just put it in there. Go Eagles. Go Trump. The old man's doing okay, Cooper. He's, he's doing good. He had a little episode. Oh, shit. What happened? Hold on. What was that? You okay? My neighbor fell, but she's okay. All right, guys, sorry. He's going to have a good year, Tanner. I hear you, Scott. Phoenix, how are you? Phoenix Fireside. Ethan, how are you? She's doing fine, Cooper. Whiskey Tango says, hey, Crystal, how are you? Hey, I really appreciate you guys liking these live streams. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, moderators. Um, Appreciate you guys checking out my shorts when you can. And hitting the like and sharing those shorts, guys. It really means a lot to our channel. It helps the channel bring more guests in, like everybody that's on here today, and so you guys can interact and enjoy the content as well as I go over some of the things. And that's the way it should be on every channel. So I appreciate it. If by liking does help out the YouTube channel. So we appreciate it only if you enjoy the content. So it does really help. I know you hear all YouTubers saying it, and sometimes it gets a little annoying, I know. I hate even saying it, but if we want to continue to grow, and it's a great cause on here helping out the homeless, I would appreciate it. So thank you. Bowling Green. Interesting. Good football team there, right? Isabel, how are you? Isabel still up? Shout out to Isabel, our youngest moderator, I believe, and our oldest moderator, Aaron, who doesn't mind me saying it. Who called me out tonight on a text message? Called me out. Called me out. Why are you hard on Trump, he says. That's what he said. He knows that's who I am. What's up, Chicago? Edward, send me a deep dish. AI. Speaking of AI, you see my thumbnail and the title, what was thrown out of the window or something like that? It was AI generated. Well, according to Donald Trump, was not true. What's up, Jersey? The rat with a hat. Love the name. I know exactly who you are. I'm just kidding. Love the title. Love the YouTube channel. Or great name. She's in bed now. Gets up at 5:30 a.m. God bless her. What's up, Alabama? Sandra, we got quite a few Alabamas in here. One is a big supporter. Ozzy and Terry. Hey, say something with AI. What do you want me to say? That eventually we're not going to have, people aren't going to have sex. It's going to be all AI. You're going to fall in love with an AI generator. What do you want me to say? Is that our future? Are they going to make up these? I asked a question regarding, what's up, Tennessee, with the window AI. Did that person, he or she, get charged and prosecuted for a crime? What do you think? Or am I going too far? Am I going too far? Whoa, Michael Wayne Francis, forget about it. Thank you so much for that $50 donation. Whoa, high five, fist bump. You rock. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Very, very nice. Thank you for your support. By the way, 100% of donations, memberships, or that donation there will support and help our cause. As Lemon J says on these shorts, it really helps us able to help out the homeless when we can. And it carries over to next month, and it really helps us out. So, Michael Francis, appreciate you so very much. Michael Wayne Francis, thank you. Thank you. The rat with the hat. I knew you were going to sub. You know where I was going with the rat with the hat. You know exactly what I was talking about. Thank you for subscribing. What's up, Hawaii? Owen, how are you? Jesus Sanchez. Not Sanchez, Sanchez. I hear you. God bless you. I support anybody who is trying and do something the right way, the correct way, the legal way. I support to that comment. Not Ducky Official says, hello, Lemon J. How are you? Appreciate everybody. That was a very generous donation. Thank you so much. Watch the movie Surrogate. It's scary. I heard that. Somebody else told me that. Yeah. Welcome in, JD. Sal Capano, I love your energy. First time viewer. Hey, Uncle, let's see if I can pronounce this. Uncle, is it Ruckus? Thank you. Appreciate it. I normally have a little bit more energy, but I worked, I'm not complaining, but I will be 59 next week, and I worked about 10 hours. I'm not complaining when I say this, but helping the homeless, not just actually feeding the homeless. That's not, I just love it. But I'm out there speaking with these representatives, the Democrats, the Republicans. Thank you. Appreciate the happy birthday wish, September 13th. Thank you. I have a special live on September 12th. It uses a little bit of energy, you know, just pounding them away, calling out Trump. And I call, in Italian, Gaziad, I called hell in English from one of my moderators behind the screen. I'm being rough on Trump, but he knows that I call everybody out. You know, I'll call myself out. What's going on in Texas? Haley, how are you? Thank you. And why I was calling them out, because a lot of people were just coming in, and if I was coming in, I'd be confused too, because I have a title and a thumbnail with the AI generated according to Trump. We help out the homeless on here, and the governor, who's Republican, says he's not calling out Trump because we need more funding. When I hear that, you know, I'm blaming him, who's a Republican, I voted for, and Italian. I don't care. I've called family members out, and I heard from Democrats and Republicans that they need more funding from Trump, and hope that Trump could continue helping out the homeless people. So that's why I was a little upset. So, whoa, bada boom, bada bing. Crystal sending 5 memberships. 5 memberships. If you got gifted a memberships, it was Kathy earlier and now Crystal. If you're on here, make sure you say thank you. You have a membership for 1 whole month. If you want to continue, you can continue by purchasing a membership at low price $1.99. But remember, all you have to do in life is do 2 things. Be with the Lord and pay taxes. But anyhow, it was very nice, Crystal. We appreciate everything you've done for 1 year now. 1 year. 1 year, Crystal's been with us. Anybody else been with us for 1 year, whether it's memberships or subscribing, don't be shy. Have you been with us for 1 year, 2 years? Whoa, 2 times in a row. 2 members. So 10 memberships from Crystal, 5 from Kathy. That's 15 memberships on today's live. Forget about it. Nice. Thank you, Crystal. High five, fist bump from Crystal and Isabel. Beautiful. Thank you. Appreciate the donations, guys. Release the files, somebody says. They released them. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's keep doing it. Thank you so much, guys. It's overwhelmed. Appreciate you guys. Let's keep rolling. Let's do it, Kai Rocks. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, the question I have was, anybody been here? Sandra just subscribed. Hello, Sandra. Sandra Wells. Good evening. Or good morning, depending where you're at, right? Oh, Lemon J got a membership. Whoa. Whoa, you can't make this stuff out. Forget about it. Let's do it. Whoa. What we got over here? Michael Wayne Francis, stop it. Love you and the family, Sal. Keep up the great work, brother. Gotta be kidding me. Whoa, Michael, stop it. Thank you so much, Michael Wayne Francis. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Helping sponsoring tonight's channel, Kathy and Crystal. Michael Francis, Whiskey Tango. I know I'm missing a few. Thank you so much. Bada boom, bada bing. Yeah, it's really nice, guys. If guys, only if you could, when you can, helping out. But one way to help out, and it's totally free. You don't get electrocuted. Is hitting the like, and I don't mean on this channel. Any of your favorite content, if you enjoy, hit the like, subscribe when you can. It does help out the channel, and only if you can afford it. Other channels as well, if you can afford the membership, if it's a reasonable price or donation. I'm not knocking any other channel. Every channel works very hard, but we're fortunate, me and Maribel, to pass it forward and continuing helping out the homeless people and feeding them. And Maribel wants to do much, much more and try to get these people into hotels and stuff. So it definitely helps when we get those donations. So thank you very much. And Lemon J, congratulations. You can't make this up. You deserve it. Membership. What are we talking about today? So if you're just coming in, you see my thumbnail and title. We're on for about an hour and 6. We're talking about, there was a Peter Ducey out of Fox asked Donald Trump, our 48th president, hey, was there an object thrown out of the window, in particular a big bag? Trump goes, what do you mean? No. He goes, can I see your phone? Everybody was kind of looking, and he says, no. Let me see it again. It was AI generated. It's 600 pounds, the window, and that's what we're talking about. And we also help out the homeless. Also, it's bulletproof. We're also cover the Epstein files a little bit, so it's a combination of things that we're talking about. But welcome in. If you're enjoying the content, like and subscribe. If you don't enjoy it, what can I say? We got over here. We got 97 likes. Yes, thank you. Maribel would be happy. By the way, where is Maribel at tonight? I'm gonna tell you where Maribel's at in a minute. Okay, Sal, I need to sleep. I have to get up early. Love everyone. Please be safe and enjoy your evening. Crystal, thank you so much for those memberships and everything you do. And I know you're sitting there saying, Sal, no problem. If I have it, I'll pass it on to you and other YouTube channels. But I'm going to say it anyhow, Crystal. Thank you for 1 year being a moderator on behalf of your husband and Isabel and yourself. Go get some rest. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Couldn't do it without you or anybody else on here. Thank you. Now, I got to get Lemon J, if you don't mind, or Mike M still here. I got to get some water. If you guys could keep the chat going, I will be back in 2 minutes. So I'll be right back. Wow, very, very nice. All right. We hit 100 likes. Great. I was talking about Maribel, my wife. She and her cousin and my daughter went to some painting to do paint. And they're not an artist, not that I know of. And we're drinking some wine. And that's what they're doing. Wayne Francis, forget about it. Thank you so much. Love you all for supporting Sal. Very nice comment. Thank you once again for all your donations. 250s and a 10. Very, very nice. Michael Wayne Francis, thank you so much. Love you, my friend. Thank you. Whiskey Tango, thank you so much for everything you do. You know, you're like Crystal, I'm sure. Sal, thank you. Appreciate you guys. Thank you, Michael Francis. It's overwhelming. It was so funny, real quick, Michael Francis and everybody else on here. I was just looking at the funding tonight, you know, where I stand for next month. And me and Maribel saying, you know, it was just a little lower. And, you know, we're trying to go into different savings to help these people out. But Maribel wants me to step it up a little bit. And she called me out, too. Let's get these people who do want help into a hotel. So this came in really, really nice. So thank you all for being here. I'll stay on for a few more minutes, guys, maybe 10, 15 minutes. Thank you so much. Our topic tonight was the object out of the window, which was all AI generated. We talked about the Epstein files. I called out Trump a little bit on the homeless, and that's what I do. You're coming across, you're confused because I have a MAGA hat. I'm a Trump supporter, and he's doing more than a lot of presidents, but sometimes we have to call him out, and that's what I do. And I called myself out today. So today I helped the homeless people out, and I had a coffee, I had a McDonald's bag, and another hamburger, and then Maribel dropped off a pizza, and we both forgot we had only one water apiece. We just ran out of water, and Maribel said, "Why didn't we just go get some more?" But it's overwhelmed, guys, out there. There's so many people desperately on the streets. This was a couple today. And if you're new to the channel, you can't help getting a tear in your eye when you hear about people being homeless for a week or two. Now, people make things up, but I believe this couple, they just couldn't afford their rent, and things went the other way for them. And they were laying there on the street, and they were grateful to at least to get more than a meal, to have a conversation, and that people are watching over them. People will say, well, they're all on drugs, they're on alcohol. Even so, we need to help them out. We need to get these people help. I don't want to believe that no one can be helped. I believe everybody can get help, and I'm going to stick with it. Now, there is people who want to be out there, but even those people there, I think, in my opinion, deep down inside, they need some motivation. They need some professional help to get them in the right path. And will we always have homeless? Absolutely. But if we can put a little bit of a dent, at least in Las Vegas, or if you have a YouTube channel in California or anywhere else, if everybody can do this, and not just YouTube, there's Lutheran Church that does their job. I'm going to shout out to Lutheran Church. I'm Catholic, but they do a great job. Catholic does a good job. The Mormons do a good job. All the churches and just regular people out there walking around. I see a lot of people handing out water, and so, not because they're seeing my video. I'm just small, but they just do it. God works through them in mysterious ways. And some of them look at other YouTube channels. Some of them look at the church. It just rubs on everybody, and that's good. So we need to do that when we can. Okay, I'll read a few more comments here. Rent is high. I agree with that part of the comment. Rent is high. Michael Wayne friend, yes. And the Catholic charities are doing their good thing. And they have some guidelines there too. All the churches got to be. They used to have, everybody real quick. The Catholic charity, and I believe it was it Lutheran? They would alternate, and they would go to the here in Vegas. Stay with me, at the Salvation Army, and they would have like a food event on Fridays. I think it was once a month. No, once a week. And they would have people volunteer. Who was the garbage man? Who would give the salt and pepper? Who can talk? Who would serve? And who would bring something in? And they cracked down. They went from, they were worried about them getting sick. People who would make pizza, who would make their favorite dish. And it went from that to getting things like McDonald's, In-N-Out, pizza. And that was good. Then it went from that to they were scared of that, and it went pretty much, they eliminated.
Where are the birds?
They're all locked up.
Did you break your luck?
They're all locked up.
They're locked up.
Oh, is that right? Silver and gold hit a record high.
Who? Dad. Where's mommy?
She's at a wine tasting and art.
Dad.
Jeff, how are you, Jeff?
Dad, why didn't you put Ocean back?
I couldn't catch him. He's mean.
Out.
My daughter's asked me if we're having a conversation, guys, about birds. And this one bird bites. Took my thumb. So I couldn't get to it.
Dad.
Is it 41 an ounce, guys? Wow.
What is?
George, welcome in, but I disagree. I don't think he's destroying the economy, but you're welcome to your opinion. He bites. George. George. Sorry, George. Lizette? That's crazy. Lemon J keeps telling me, silver. Amen, Jack. Amen. Hey, I appreciate you guys being here tonight on this Tuesday. Hopefully everybody had an incredible Labor Day weekend. Hopefully everybody's staying focused. Taking 1 hour at a time. And if you're on here and you're going through a rough time, or maybe you were homeless, or maybe you're coming across and you are, uh, unfortunately, in a not a good environment. Remember this, guys. You can change. Only you can reach that inside. Don't get hypnotized by people thinking that you're any less. You can be off there. I've been there. Be in a better environment, and reach deep down inside. And for those who are suffering from addiction, there is help out there. We appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so very much once again for everybody that was on here. Shout out once again to Michael Wayne Francis, who helped sponsor today's live, and Crystal and Kathy and Whiskey Tango, and Scratching, and with Cooper. And I know I missed a few. Hey, JFF88, how are you? Good to see you. We've been on for about an hour and 16 minutes. I'll stay for a few more minutes for everybody to kind of say goodbye to everybody. Thank you so much. We are a homeless channel, talk a lot about what's going on in the world with Trump, and we cover some of the other news of what's happening. God bless Trump. Let's pray for Trump. And as far as I'm concerned and what I'm hearing and seeing him, it doesn't look like he has any kind of health problem other than being a little overweight. Ardell, thank you. I'm glad you're able to make it tonight. And in addition to his hands being black and blue, but he looks good to me. He's focused. We don't know what one day is going to be from another, but it was all made up stuff, not from AI, just other Facebook and people. And I'm not knocking these people. Sometimes people just feed in other channels, and all it takes is one thing. Trump is sick, and he's fine. And hopefully he continues to help Americans out, help the homeless people out, common sense, and just doing what he's doing. And will he fumble the ball? Absolutely. But let's hope for the best. Because you know what, guys? I don't think if we go back to the previous administration, that's the way to go. And I think he's in a perfect position right now. And hopefully we can stop these wars with Ukraine and Russia. And with the Epstein files, we'll have to wait and see tomorrow what these victims have to say. And then it'll be up to you guys. We're all different. Our minds think different ways. So we'll have to see on what they say. Hey, guys, I'm going to be out of here in a minute. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, guys. Like and subscribe. We'll see you tomorrow, probably a little earlier. I will be out there once again, me and Maribel. Hey, Ricky, how are you? Ricky Mills. And helping out the homeless people. And with these donations tonight, helps us a whole lot for the continued days and weeks. It makes things easier for me and my wife. All right, guys. No, the last administration, no good. Hey, appreciate that, Jack. Thank you. Thank you, Lemon J, Janine, Mike M. I know Crystal left. 104 likes. Wow. We made 104. That's great. It's good. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, guys, remember, if you're new, I have no problem disagreeing with me. Most of the subscribers on here have no problem with disagreement. It's a great thing. But just be careful on the words you choose to say. Everybody's different. Try not to hate. If you want to hate on me, you can hate on me all day, and I mean that. Call me bald. Call me out. Whatever you want to do. But don't do it to the moderators. And disagree if you have to disagree. But don't be threatening on the moderators or President Trump or former President Biden either. Even though I didn't support him, I don't like when people say hateful things. I never did. I'm the first to come on when he had prostate problems. I said, let's wish him well. And a lot of you know that. Thank you so much, guys. God bless you. God bless America. God bless Donald Trump. Guys, remember, try to live in the moment, 1 hour at a time. God bless you all. Thank you. Take care. Thank you. Appreciate you. Take care, guys. Thank you, Kenneth and Kai Rock. See you later, Jeff. Thank you all. Bunny Mom, take care, Ricky. Have a good night, Ricky Mills. Take care, guys.